Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So this is Billy. It's been about 5 days since I last posted, and sorry, unfortunately, things came up at work and school, and so uh, I've been remiss and have fallen a little bit behind on my recording schedule. What I wanted to do today is I'm actually in day 5 of my pre-op diet. And I wanted to walk you through what my day is like, what I have during the day. Again, I cannot stress this enough as I have in previous videos. Make sure that you work with your doctors and your dietitian and get their suggestions, follow their recommendations to the letter. This here is based on the recommendations I've received from my doctor and my dietitian. And so this is just representative of an entire day's worth of food while on the pre-op diet. And it hasn't been too bad. I really haven't had any food cravings. I haven't felt like I was starving at any point. I usually hit about 1,000 calories, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. But I'm going to walk you through right now a typical day on this diet, which for my doctor is actually 15 days before surgery. I've heard as little as a week. I've heard as much as a month. And then I've heard of some doctors that don't even require it. So again, work with your doctor and make sure that you follow their directions. So I do have to caveat this with, as I mentioned in a previous video, before I even started this pre-op diet, I had started a diet to kind of break myself of sugar cravings. And so for 3 weeks ahead of time, I tried to completely cut sugar on my diet. And I would say it helped, right? Because I'd rather have the sugar cravings kick in when I could actually eat something than when I'm stuck in this phase where I feel like I'm stuck. So it definitely helped to cut sugar ahead of time because I know that is my weakness. Um, so without further ado, let's go through a typical day for me these 5 days. Now, the first thing I want to mention is hydration. I feel is key. I make sure I set myself a hydration goal of about 100 ounces of water. That's about 6 bottles if you're using the half-liter bottles. Um, so what I do is I start my day as early as possible with a bottle of water, and then I try to set a goal of drinking another bottle of water every 3 hours thereafter. So again, hydration, it helps you feel full. Sometimes when you feel hungry, it's actually just that you're dehydrated. So make sure that you're hitting your water goals. My breakfast is a protein shake and a cup of coffee. Actually, I have about 16 ounces of coffee. So I brew this at home. That way I know that no sugar's been added to it. I usually add a splash of water, or I'm sorry, a splash of fat-free milk, which is right here, to give it a little bit of flavor. And for me, that fixes the sweetness too, right? It gives it just a hint of sweet from the lactose in the milk. And so that's my breakfast. My morning snack is high protein Greek yogurt. My lunch is in another protein shake. My dinner, well, yeah. So my dinner actually is I know this should be a snack in a dinner, but so I try to space it out a little bit. But it's another protein shake, so that's 3 protein shakes throughout the day. A cup of soup. Um, And then I have a little bit of pudding as a dessert. So that zero sugar pudding really kind of gives me that end of the day sweetness that I crave. And then because all of this is liquid, and you don't take too much fiber with it, I am taking some fiber supplements to try and help things stay regular, especially because I am on an iron supplement, vitamins with iron. And one of the surprising things was when I took my blood test uh, previous to having the surgery, I found out that I was low in iron, which was a surprise because I've never had that issue before, as well as a couple of other vitamins. And so the doctor had suggested that I take an iron supplement even before the surgery. So she went ahead and recommended the bariatric vitamins to go ahead and take it early. So that is my entire day. It comes out to, I believe, a little under 900 calories. Like I said, it hasn't been too bad. Um, with the soup, actually, I should say I do use some of the milk uh, to thicken it up, make it a little bit heartier. But it's been going well so far. Yeah, like I said, no food cravings. I've been sticking to it. Again, I'm only in day 5 out of a total of 15, so we'll see how things progress. I do want to say, by the way, I'm not endorsed by any of these. I just have these out because this is what I am choosing. But feel free to find something similar to meet your own needs, and there you go. So there you have it. That's my entire day at a glance. That's all the food I'm taking in for this liquid portion of the diet. And so I have 10 days left of this diet. And then that final day, of course, starting at midnight the night before, you don't have anything. You don't have any food. You don't have any water before the surgery. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I do have to say that with the pre-op diet that I've done, combined with this pre-op diet that I'm currently on, I've already seen some improvement in weight loss. I started originally at when I first started this process, and I went to go see the surgeon the first time. I weighed 358 pounds, uh, and I it was to the point to where when I went to my primary care physician, and I would step on the scale, the scale, I went over the top of it, and so I uh, couldn't be weighed at the doctor's office. But I had a scale at home, and so that's how I know I'm on 300. I was 358 pounds. But since then, actually, in the let's see, I started this process in late June. Um, Yeah, so since late June to today, I've lost 31 pounds, which is amazing. And I know a lot of that is because of the calorie deficit from, as well as changing what I eat, pulling all that sugar out, all the fatty food that I used to eat, all the food loaded with carbs, so low protein. You don't realize how little protein you get in a day until you start tracking it consistently. And I was surprised to find out that I was getting nowhere near the amount of protein that I should. Now, with this current diet, even with this liquid diet here, I'm still hitting 120 grams of protein per day easily. So it's definitely improved. And that now makes a significant portion of my diet. So there you go. I hope that if you're on the same journey, or if you've gone through this journey, that you comment, tell leave a remark of how your journey went or how it's currently going. And I look forward to seeing you again in a day or two. All right. Take care.